Gentlemen, welcome back to the Esports Report Update, giving you all the news on the MLG Winter Invitational. That, of course, is our Call of Duty tournament currently going on MLG.tv. If you haven't watched it up to this point, you've been missing out on some incredible games, but don't worry, there's more matches going down starting at 6 p.m. tonight, including some of the teams that are fighting for a spot in the Final Four. We have Envy, FaZe, Caliber, and Curse New York, who are all within just 1 or 2 games of each other competing on the show this evening. But right now, I want to talk about Optic Gaming, and to do it, we brought on a very special guest. He is the in-game vocal captain. I love what we see from him when he's playing, and last night he put on a show in Search and Destroy on Freight against Denial. Please welcome Clayster to the show. Clay, how you doing today, buddy? I know last night had all the Optic fans kind of cheering on Twitter, making a lot of noise as you guys are now with a positive record at 7-6.
I'm doing pretty good, man. You know, we started out 0-3, and to finally bring that back to above even, it's progression, and that's all we can really ask for over here at Optic Gaming.
Yeah, so talk to me about this team. I know you guys are improving. We can see that in the gameplay itself, but I want to hear it from you. What have you guys been focusing on improving, and what improvements have you made to this team so far?
Well, as a team, we've finally come together and gotten on the same page, basically what we want to do on all the maps. And, in the 2K, we played Curse Las Vegas in the semifinals, and we took them down to, the 4th map, and all the maps are really close, 8 points in Dom, 6 points in Dom. And so we realized that we're fine when it comes to map control and stuff like that. We just need to fix the little nuances in our game. And I feel like you can finally see that with yesterday. We finally went over things before all our matches, the little things we wanted to fix. And we came out and had a great showing against Denial 3-0. And then Curse NY, this is our 4th meetup in the past week and a half. And this is the first series we've been able to take off them. So that was a pretty exciting thing, especially taking off Strike Zone Dom on their host, which is a crazy feat in of itself. But, I'm pretty excited with this team and where it's going.
I'm loving what we're seeing from Optic, and so are the Optic fans, of course. And you guys, you did start off very rocky. What was the difference between the team at the start of the Invitational to where you guys are at now?
Well, I think a lot of that had to do with, all the roster changes that we were having. I mean, as you said yourself, Saints was on the team for a little bit. With Ricky and Parasite on the team, we finally found 4 players that are all willing to learn from each other and help each other out, and just improve as a team instead of improving as individuals. And I feel like that's really showing with our performance lately.
Well, you guys are looking very strong in the Winter Invitational. However, there's more than that going on this weekend. Of course, tomorrow, possibly the biggest day in a lot of young Call of Duty players' careers. You were at the COD Champs last year. This is your chance to earn at least one more step closer to this year's World Championship. How are you feeling entering the online qualifier tomorrow? How confident are you in Optic Gaming?
I'm 100% confident that we're going to qualify. There's no doubt in my mind that we're not going to qualify for this tournament. I feel like the only thing that's going to hold us back is, DDoSing or something like that. But if we play a fair game against any team in the game right now, I feel like we're gonna prevail, and we're going to show everybody that Optic Gaming is back to the powerhouse that they once were.
I love it. Well, we're looking at anywhere between 500 to 1,500 teams signing up to compete tomorrow. Probably the biggest bracket we've ever run in Call of Duty history. The early rounds might be a little bit easy, but when do you think it's going to get intense? Of course, we're stopping at top 8, as the top 8 will advance to the U.S. regional finals. But where do you think it's going to get tough, and who are some of the teams that you don't want to run into in this bracket?
Well, we as a team have kind of gone over the bracket and how it's going to go, and we've come to realize that there's going to be one good to decent to good team that we're going to have to play to get in the top 8. Right before the top 8, we're going to run into a top 16 team, and that's going to be where the real struggle as a team is going to come through. And I feel like since we're going to be playing all day and we're going to be on fire, I'm not really scared of anybody. I'm down to play Complexity. I'm down to play Curse LV. I feel like those are the only 2 teams that are anywhere above us right now in terms of skill. And I feel like even if we play them, if we play like we did last night against Denial and Curse NY, then we're going to beat them without a doubt in my mind.
I like it. Well, of course, we are going to be seeding the tournament by pro points, I believe, so you won't be running into anyone who's in that top 8. of the pro points unless some major upsets went down. But single elimination, I actually don't think it's even possible. But I want to ask you about kind of Optic Gaming and the strategies. Of course, the Winter Invitational, a lot on the line here as everyone wants to get into that playoff bracket. But have you guys been holding back any strategies, any secrets that you haven't wanted to show the stream yet?
Yeah, we've definitely been holding quite a bit back in our search and destroy. You know, our domination and our blitz, we kind of play it the same no matter what. It's kind of just like, you know, usual competitive play. So there's not much that people can too much learn from us in those game types. But in search and destroy, we've been holding back, I would say, at least 50% of our strategies just because we want to use those in the qualifiers and even at COD Champs once we make it there and have them be a surprise for everybody, because they're those kind of things that it's like a gimmick. It'll work once, but after they know it's happening, it's not going to work again. So if teams are prepared for it, then it's not going to work. But I feel like us as a team, we came to the conclusion that we're not going to use all our strategies, and I think it's going to pay off for us in the end because we are doing fine in the Winter Invitational, and you know, COD Champs is where it's all at. So I feel like we've got a good chance moving forward in our search and destroys.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing what tricks you have up your sleeves there. And then finally, let's get back to the Winter Invitational. You guys have just one match left. You've played 13. There's 14 in the round robin play. Your last match is against Caliber, who's currently 4-5. Are you worried about that match at all? I know you guys are one of the teams right on the bubble of possibly getting into that top 4.
I'm not really worried about it, to be honest. Nothing against Caliber, but with their shakeup of, you know, Neslo leaving and being released and Goonjar coming back, they haven't been performing as well as most people would expect them to. And I mean, I kind of expected it because you can't be that good of a team with only a couple days practice. So they're going to be fighting for their life in this tournament, and so are we. And it's going to be a great match, but I think we'll take it pretty handily.
Sounds good. And finally, of course, Curse Las Vegas, 10-1 with a 91% win percentage in this series so far. Do you think that gap is going to be that big on LAN, or is this strictly because it's online?
That gap will be nowhere near that big on LAN. I'll say that right out. I know Curse Las Vegas is a great team, but I'm not really afraid of them per se, and I don't think that their online talent transfers over very well to LAN. They do some things online that just don't work on LAN, you know, just host warrioring people and stuff like that. And they are a great team. Don't take me wrong here, but last time I played them at UMG, they were the only team I 3-0'd, so I'm not scared of these guys. And there'll definitely be some competition, but you know, it'll go down how it normally goes with a quick 3-0.
All right, well, Curse Las Vegas is in the playoffs. Clayster and Optic Gaming are looking to fight their way there, hoping for a big win against Caliber. Are you going to be watching the matches tonight? There's a lot on the line with Envy, Caliber, Curse New York, and FaZe, all the bubble teams competing tonight.
Oh, I'll definitely be watching a couple of these matches. You know, with everybody fighting for their life in this playoff bracket, there are going to be some fantastic matches coming on tonight.
Awesome. And finally, Clay, everyone wants to know, are you guys going to be streaming this week? And of course, we have the qualifiers on Saturday, but the 2K on Sunday as well.
I'm not sure. It'll be a team decision. If we all decide that it's going to be a worthwhile thing to stream, then we will. But if we feel like that the stream is going to hinder us, you know, maybe invite DDoS attacks or something like that, then we're just not going to do it. Because, you know, in the end, COD Champs is really what it all comes down to. And if we can take a day off streaming and qualify, then that's what we'll do. But it's going to be a team decision. We'll see how it happens.
All right. Well, either way, I will be in the studio casting, so there will be something to watch. Well, Clay, I want to thank you for coming on. Great job last night. I know you made Optic fans extremely proud, especially with that Freight game that Bylast and I had the pleasure of casting. Thanks for coming on. Best of luck with Optic this weekend. And of course, we will retweet your tweets about the stream if you decide to go live tomorrow. Guys, coming up after this, we'll be breaking down all of the tiebreakers as well as talking to the captain of Curse New York, Revan.